Good morning. It's the morning app here. It's a brand new week. It's one of my first weeks back at school, actually. It's been weird. I haven't had classes in 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
2 weeks?
Because remember, we had spring break last week.
Wow.
And then I came back. Me and Kati were on the morning show together.
Wait,
the duo.
do you not have Monday classes?
I did have one Monday class.
Okay, so you've had...
That's practically a winter break.
Yeah. It's weird.
That's crazy.
It's weird being back, but I'm happy to be back with you. This is our first show, us three together.
Oh, yeah.
A minute.
Before spring break, yeah.
Did you have trouble, like, getting back into the momentum of...
I mean, I haven't gotten back into it yet.
That's right.
This is my first thing, yeah.
It's only Monday at 8 a.m.
Oh, gosh.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I was gone all week for the women's basketball tournament here because they went to New Orleans for their tournament, and they kept winning, so I kept staying.
Wow.
And, it was nice to be gone, but now I just don't know what school is, and I really don't want to go back.
I bet that's so hard to get back into that, like, from kind of, it's not necessarily vacation mode, but, like, I guess
it is.
Yeah. I mean, but you were still doing stuff. It wasn't like you were just, like, lounging around. You were, like, calling games and stuff.
But I was actually doing my career, like my actual job, not classes.
That's so hard.
Yeah.
Are your classes hard this semester?
Oh, yeah.
Or?
No, it's terrible. Like, I'm trying not to think about it.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm headed right
I made it so that my last semester was hard, and this semester is pretty chill. Like, I have one class, and that's it. So I'm not even a full-time student, so I've been doing the same, like, working. But it's a little bit more doable.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine.
Like, I just got a taste of what it would be like when I finally do graduate because I'm just doing my job. It's kind of nice. Just like, even though in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, I'm way behind. I have all this stuff I got to do. But it's nice to at least see a glimpse of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm happy to be back. It's gonna be weird, but I'm happy to be back with you two. I don't know what we've been talking about on the morning show.
We've been talking nothing but The Bachelor, pretty much. Which apparently you've gotten up to like the third to last episode or something, but
it's over, right?
It's over.
It's over. Long story short, we're over it. The finale was done.
Yeah, we've come to terms with the ending, regardless.
Okay.
We're moving on.
Yeah.
I'm recovering still.
Yeah. I don't know why that affected you so much. Really.
I don't either.
He was so upset by the ending. I thought it was good. It was different than what they normally do. And, like, I understand that people think it was very contrived, but, like, it's a show that obviously is not completely real. But
well, we have the Bachelorette coming sometime. I don't know when.
Eventually.
I don't know either. I think that's, like April or May kind of thing. But I don't, do you know?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Because if they just kind of announced it,
I don't think they filmed it yet.
No, they haven't even started it.
No.
Then. So that takes a lot of time.
I mean, that takes like a month-ish.
Because you got to produce it, you got to pick everything you're going to do. Like,
I feel like they probably have done some of that though in advance.
The casting is done.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know that's done, and so I don't know how long it would take to. I mean, I feel like the editing for something like that would take forever because you have to film everything.
I was like, you just literally have one camera, you just film it.
You got to create the story and the drama behind it. I don't even.
because it's a lot of framing. Like, they make things look more dramatic than they actually were. You know, you're kind of watching a scene, you're like, nothing's really going on here. But the way that they're like able to edit it and like frame it so that it seems more like, I don't know.
That's right.
Which I think it's like really fascinating to watch from like a production aspect too. You're like, wow, they put in a lot of effort.
That's why I look at it.
Yeah.
When they pick certain things up.
Since you guys have talked about it all week long while I was gone, because I wasn't here to monitor you two, let's move on to the next thing. The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And move into, I guess, St. Patrick's Day was, I guess, yesterday.
It was
yesterday. It was yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but people were celebrating all weekend.
Yes.
I don't recognize or remember that it's even a holiday. People are like, St. Patrick's Day, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't really...
Did you wear green yesterday, Dovy?
No.
I didn't either.
No. Well, I went to work, so I wasn't able to really do very much for St. Patrick's Day. Like, I wasn't able to go out.
Yeah.
What do you do for it?
You just get hurt.
Yeah.
You just kind of...
I saw that there were a lot of darties going on. Like, people were just going very crazy.
Yeah. I work...
I don't know.
I work with Total Traffic, and they work a lot. You know, like on the weekends, what I mainly do is I check out traffic incidents, and I plug it into a system where they distribute it to people. And there were a lot of hit and runs. A ton, like I was like more so than it usually is. Like on the weekend, like Sundays are pretty tame.
Yeah.
But that day was just like, you know, we have a police scanner next to us too, and we were just hearing all these crazy stories about, you know, people running in the street and they're like totally inebriated. And,
well, the thing that I don't get is how because people would celebrate it like the whole weekend. Like people went out, you know, probably like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, so instead of it just being like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like Sunday is now involved. People were just like
it's
going
stacked.
from like Saturday all the way
stacks.
to Sunday, just like straight.
Want to know what the hangover is today for those people, because
I wonder if there will be lower attendance in classes.
I saw no one on River Street this morning.
Ooh.
I saw no one. I got here a little bit later.
Well, if you're not going to class, make sure you download our app and
still listen
to our show. Because
that's the last thing they're going to be thinking about.
Yeah. They're like, we don't want to hear these people talking.
So I guess St. Patrick's Day is just one big party day with a lot more accidents.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, the thing is that with St. Patrick's Day, it's more common to drink during the day, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
That's just an excuse.
So
make that
it's like when you do it all day long, it's a different story than when it's at nighttime and people just go to sleep and they're done, you know.
Yeah. So. No, it was really weird because people, like, I saw people on my Snapchat that were like completely gone at like 3 in the afternoon. And it's just like a weird thing. I was like, what? Okay, that's fine.
I don't even know what the holiday's about. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, it's St. Patrick's. Some four-leaf clover thing.
Something about snakes.
No. Snakes?
I feel like I can't remember what the story.
Well, who was St. Patrick's? St. Patrick.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
We'll look it up.
Am I not American enough? I don't know.
I've just seen like a bunch of memes about like something about St. Patrick like getting rid of all the snakes somewhere, like.
If so, I'll celebrate that guy every single day of the year.
But I feel like that was also just like some kind of meme that I was missing out on that I never really followed through on. So during the break we can figure it out. I don't know.
I don't think it's that important. I don't know.
Probably not.
Because all week long while I was down in New Orleans, like everyone was like, "Oh, St. Patrick's Day coming up," and it just didn't register that it was actually going to happen. Like people actually cared about it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't
some
really
people
do anything
celebrate
for
it.
it.
Yeah,
but
I never
wore
really
green just in case because I can't take any chances.
I don't have any green in my arsenal.
That's the dumbest thing, especially growing up.
Oh no, 100%.
They're like,
that's
wear
why
green, you get pinched. You're gonna pinch me either way. You're just looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was burned in my brain that I had to wear green yesterday because I was just so worried for no reason.
People do that when you're wearing you are wearing green, but they're just like, oh, it's not the right shade, and they still pinch you. I'm like, dude, you're about to get socked in the face.
Or it would drive me crazy if I was wearing green and they just didn't. They pinched me, and I was like, but I am wearing green. It's like in the shirt or something.
And okay, so we don't even know when St. Patrick's Day came about. When did the pinching thing came about? I really don't think St. Patrick pinched the snakes away. I don't think that was a thing.
I don't even know
the snakes away.
Yeah, I don't think the snakes are even a thing either. So
okay, well we'll figure it out.
It's supposed to be. It's a cultural and religious celebration that is about the traditional death or date of St. Patrick, who is at one point a saint of Ireland.
Well, yeah.
Which is weird because I guess it's just to celebrate that dude. I mean, it must have started that way. Like everybody just like, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day, let's go out and drink and remember him. And
okay.
But I don't know. I really don't know I don't know the specifics about the.
I guess he got a holiday named after him. His best friend came up to him like, "Hey, dude, you got a holiday," and then pinched at him, and he was ever since then. Everyone just gets pinched.
I don't know. I never really got that deep into.
Well, I'd rather be flicked than pinched, so I'm gonna try and put that petition out there. We got Staying Alive here on the morning app.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
Okay, finally looked up St. Patrick's Day. I guess Katie says there's a bunch of legends about snakes or
No.
something.
No. It says that there's just a bunch of random legends about St. Patrick. Like people end
Stories.
up, kind of putting some. But apparently there are no snakes in Ireland, I guess, which I didn't know was a thing. But apparently, yes. And so they were saying, like, there's some legends that are like, yeah, St. Patrick was the one that banished all the snakes from Ireland.
Because he has that power.
But there's also, like, a lot of evidence that there were never any snakes. So, anyways, there would be no reason to get rid of the snakes because there were never any. But, anyways, at least I'm just happy that didn't come out of thin air. Like, there's some evidence that I wasn't going crazy, that I did see that online.
Yeah, it was somewhere in there in your memory.
Yeah, I saw some memes about it.
Well, St. Patrick wasn't actually Irish. He was born in Roman Britain, and I think eventually taken into slavery, but he escaped and then went back to the country of Ireland, where he became a missionary and spread widespread Christianity throughout. And then he became their patron saint.
Right.
Well,
yeah, that's like the small, shortened version of St. Patrick. I don't know where the pigeon came from. We still don't know, but we're done with that.
He did that. He was like, oh gosh, he mentions me all the time. Patrick. Stop.
Oh no.
Stop, dude. Bless you, my child. No, stop.
Okay, stop. Why?
Is that what they do in the Roman Catholic Church, I guess?
Oh my God. Okay.
Well,
yeah. No, so, yeah, yesterday for St. Patrick's Day, I didn't really do anything. My roommate and I, we just kind of woke up and we're just exhausted. Like, it was one of those Sundays where you wake up and you're like, I can't do anything. And then we both kind of realized we didn't have much homework to do, like, there wasn't.
you gaze at each other across the room like, do you have homework? No.
Yeah, I mean, I do, like, I have stuff I could have done, but I didn't want to. So I was able to procrastinate it. But anyways, we're like, let's watch some Jeopardy, right? And so, because that's become our go-to.
That's not what I do in my pastime, is watch Jeopardy.
We love Jeopardy right now. I don't know why, but, like, because it's just so exciting to get answers right. There was a whole Taylor Swift category that we both knew all the answers to. And, like, I haven't been, like, a huge fan of Taylor Swift recently, but, like, growing up, like, her older stuff, and that's what all the questions were based on because it was filmed, like, in 2013 or something.
I can't even take Alex Trebek seriously if he was to ask me a Taylor Swift question. He does not look like a Swiftie to me.
But they were very basic questions. I mean, like, it wasn't ones that you had to be, like, a hardcore fan to know.
Just about songs, maybe. Man, what do you gotta do to be like a category on Jeopardy though?
Oh yeah, I know.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I think she had probably recently. I don't know. Natalie would know this. She probably had recently done something. There are also in one of them there was a Katy Perry category, so that tells you how dated it was. But. Yeah.
Well, I guess she's not big anymore. Wow, what a shot at Katy.
Not exactly very relevant. Anyway, so.
Once you become an American Idol judge.
Yes. Well, we watched part of the we watched part of the Jeopardy. Like, it was the college championship. We watched the team tournament the other week, but the college one, it was a little more advanced. We just got kind of tired of watching it. We just weren't in the mood to like actually think.
Why would you procrastinate to learn some more things that aren't?
Because it's fun to watch. Like, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Anyways.
See, my favorite though is the elementary one. Because I actually get a lot of the question right. Yeah, when they have like the elementary kids or like the fifth, third graders, fourth, like, because then I actually feel really good about myself. I'm like, these morons don't know what 2 + 2 is.
That was also the other part of the college one was they were all very arrogant, and it's just like you just grew to really dislike some of the people on there. It's like, buddy, you're not that cool. Like, you're on Jeopardy, but like, calm down, okay? And so. Anyways, we moved past Jeopardy and just got into a bunch of comedy specials, and we watched Bo Burnham, which
those are good.
Neither one of us have seen him, and he's
never.
Like, no, and so because he was one of those people like I've always heard was just like really out there, and I was like, I don't know that I haven't really been into comedians until recently. My roommates kind of got me more into it, and so like we've been watching John Mulaney. I don't even remember who some of the other ones were, but like the John Mulaney's our favorite, and then Bo Burnham. He's just like so talented. The way he's able to integrate, like it's like a performance. Like there's so much thought into it, and so brilliantly executed, like down to the T. Like
Bo Burnham's really interesting because I don't know. Did you know him before he started doing stand up? Like he was a YouTuber.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a really popular song because when YouTube was new, it was like, you know, you had like a really bad camera. It was like that kind of style. It's not at all what it is today. But he would do the same thing. He would just have this really cruddy electric keyboard.
Yeah.
And he would write these really clever songs.
Yeah. And he's a good singer, like a good performer.
He actually was on a podcast where he was talking about having to deal with a ton of anxiety actually when he was doing. He has it really bad. He was talking about having panic attacks before he had to go on stage, and he didn't. Wow. And he would do that same timing and.
He has it in the middle of his performance in his last stand-up that he did. I don't know which one you watched. The Make Happy one.
Yeah, we watched that one.
At his very last scene in that, because I didn't follow his beginning, but I got really into it once he performed that Make Happy one because I was so interested in what happened during it and how he acted.
It was crazy.
Because he had basically, for lack of a better term, a meltdown in the last scene. He goes from funny to very serious and very real-world issues, and it's because he had a panic attack like right in the middle of it, and he just
gave in.
He was like, "I'm here making all of you happy when I'm not even happy myself." So he's, and I've read a lot into it and whatnot. He's not doing stand-up anymore because he can. He doesn't want to.
No, he shouldn't. If he's in that, because that's just over time. That's gonna really do a lot of damage, you know. But I think that just shows. I think it just shows a lot about him as an entertainer, and like the kind of stuff he'll put aside just to. You know, it really takes a lot. I mean, that would make anybody anxious to go on stage and you have all that stuff to remember.
Yeah.
But the fact that he had to, you know, deal with anxiety, I mean, that makes it a little bit different to watch.
I loved reading about it. Like it's really fun to read about because then he made a movie. He made 8th Grade.
8th Grade.
Oh yeah,
that was
good.
his movie.
I've been wanting to watch that. Have you guys seen it?
No,
I haven't, but I've seen a couple of interviews. But I think it's about, you know, just what an 8th grader goes through. Each
I've heard
and every
it's
day.
very realistic, like very awkward and like just.
It captures what it feels like
of 8th grade.
Yeah. But he was really good comedian, really funny, and then his movie is really good. But he goes through all the issues that we go through as you know, real people. So
that's cool.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, that is cool. But yeah, it was very interesting because we went from watching. I think we'd watched a couple Netflix comedy specials, just like they had. I forget what it was called, but it was just like a compilation of just random people. And so we watched a couple of those. And then from going from that to Bo Burnham, where it was just all the lights, like very. Like just very well planned out, and like I don't know, it was interesting.
Have you seen Chris D'Elia? He was here.
Oh yeah.
A year ago. He's really funny.
I haven't seen him now.
He's like a new. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think it is D'Elia.
A lot of people pronounce it differently. Like even when he came here, everyone pronounced it differently. So I still don't know.
Donald Glover is another person that I knew on YouTube before I knew him, and you know anywhere else.
See, I've never seen a stand-up.
Yeah,
movies
because he was. I guess his first really big break was writing for 30 Rock.
Okay.
And he appeared on that show a couple times. But before then, when he was, I watched his videos when he was in college. He had a group called Derek Comedy, and they made these like really short skits. Do you remember like College Humor and stuff like
it's
that?
Still there.
It's that style of comedy, but they used, and it was like, you know, again, really cheap camera kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was so weird for me to see him just blow up because I mean I knew him like when I was like in middle school. I was watching these. I thought I was just watching some guy make some really funny videos. Yeah. You know, so you really it's you're getting old.
My favorite comedy like of any kind is like I love Whose Line Is It Anyway? Yeah, that's my favorite, like one of my favorite shows. You're looking confused.
I don't know that one.
Oh
or I don't know what that is. Is it
Josh,
comedian?
what?
Is it a
You'd
show?
love it.
No,
you would love.
It's so funny. So it's basically these. They have like a rotating cast, but there's two guys who are mainly on it, but they're all improv like I guess not professional. I don't know.
Geniuses?
They're like all in like the improv industry. They're all like very seasoned improv like
comedians,
actors. Yeah. And so they go on the show, and the whole premise of it is like it's all improv. They'll just give them scenes, like random things, like okay, like act out this, or like I don't know. It's just like they put them in really crazy situations, but they're so clever and can come up with whole songs on the spot about nothing.
We'll show you after.
It's very clever, and it's just like they had it going since I don't even remember like
it was popular like in the 2000s.
No, but even before that, they had it in the UK, and that's the seasons
really?
that I watched.
1900s.
Technically,
no.
The days of old in the 1900s.
It was like the 80s, 90s.
The 20th century.
Yeah,
Whoa.
very, very ancient.
Improv existed back then.
When I was born.
Yeah. No, but you should definitely check that out because it's.
We'll show you.
So funny.
Yeah, during the break.
You'll love
during
it.
the break.
I mean, that's your humor. I'm like, wow, how have you not heard about this?
Yes. They're
just
very
like
clever.
I don't watch a lot, but when I do enjoy the comedians. But on the other side of the break, we got Would You Rather here on the morning show. Here's Out of Love.
on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
It is a Monday, which means it is Would You Rather time. I think I got some good ones. We didn't get to do it. Did we do it on the day when it was just me and you, Katie?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I actually get to put my opinion in there. That's right.
Ah.
Yeah,
we don't need that.
No, exactly. That's why we're glad Dovy's back. Okay, would you rather be famous or be the best friend of someone who is famous?
The best friend.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean, what?
I'm taking being famous.
Look.
I'm gonna do
that's
it.
a lot of pressure.
That's
but then,
a lot, man.
I think I can
when
handle
your
it.
best friend is famous, then first of all, you get to kind of like still be sort of famous. Like,
How famous are we talking about?
yeah, that's a fair question.
Okay, we'll
Like
use,
just pick a celebrity.
we'll use the Kardashian situation. You're
gosh.
the Jordan
Jordan Woods?
Woodgood. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Woodgood?
Who's
Oh my
that?
gosh,
Oh, so-
Josh.
that's the girl that just
Oh.
She cheated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that
so,
that famous, that level of famous.
Oh gosh.
Like you're famous.
like you people know who you are.
Yeah.
Or could it?
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't know.
Okay,
I would
maybe
still.
They don't know who
'Cause
you are, but
some of-
the famous person does. Like you're
Yeah.
seen with them a lot of times. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so you're just kind of like a
Okay.
side character.
Okay.
I think I would like that.
Yeah, because dude, I like going to movies. I like being able to go to the grocery store. I like to be able to live my life. You know, that's the best part about radio. Is like you're just kind of a voice mostly. I mean, it's getting more visual, but for the most part, it's not like you're somebody on E News where people are
Yeah.
gonna just see you and be like, oh, I've seen you somewhere, and they don't really know who you are, or where they might have seen you, and they're like, can I get a picture? Because you're famous.
Dovy, you're a host of the morning app. Everyone here in Boone is all like every
Next.
single time you go to a grocery store. We know that.
Yeah, but you know.
I'm
It's just
taking the
hard.
famous. I think it'd be cool.
Well, see, and that is the thing though that you have to think about is when you're the one that's famous, then you're only responsible for your actions. You know, like you have to think about, okay, you know, like I'm making decisions based on, you know, like I don't want to make any mistakes that's going to reflect badly on me. But then if you're the best friend, like the negative side of being the best friend is that you also have to make decisions not only based on you, but based on the like best friend, you know? Like you have to think about, okay, I don't want to do anything stupid because they're going to say, oh, well, their best friend did this like bad thing.
Oh man.
With that, you know?
I'm
So that's the
getting-
only thing that would
I'm changing my mind.
that's the only thing that would
See,
bother me is that you'd have to be still careful because like the
It's
Jordan
true.
Woods thing, she did something that was scandalous and like luckily they were able to turn it around, but
Did they?
you I mean
I don't know.
not Jordan Woods, but I forget which Kardashian it was.
It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Thinking about it,
Really?
here's my problem with being friends with somebody famous is that even though because what I would want is to be able to be friends with somebody famous and then just go about my own life. But I
Yeah.
think if you're gonna be friends with somebody famous enough, you're also gonna be in the spotlight
Yeah.
because you're a direct connection to that. So you could be bugged
You're the
even
best
more.
friend.
Mm-hmm.
You could, oh my gosh, you could be bugged even more if you think about it because they're like, we can't directly get to this person.
Yeah.
Let's try to like bug the best friend and see
See,
if.
I would take the famous because I think I can handle
Yeah.
the pressure. I think I could live up to the famous standards and maybe even be a better role model than some of them are. I think so. I think it's a lot of pressure,
I'm
but I
gonna
think I
say
can
the
do it.
best friend because that still sounds better to me. I think there's still less fame involved in that, and like people. I think only people who are hardcore fans necessarily, or like fans at least of whoever the famous best friend is, would know who you were. So it'd still be less intrusive.
I think I would be the best friend of because I think, as long as you're not too, if you're not promoting the fact that you're the best friend of this person, like
Yeah.
on social media all the time and on Instagram, if you don't really give into it
Yeah.
and still kind of remain more conservative and
Yeah,
honest,
but-
like how I am, I don't really.
What if the famous person is promoting it? Like, oh, here's Dovy. This is my best
Oh,
friend.
jeez.
He really brought me to
Well,
where I am today.
They're
At
gonna
the
be my
same
best
time,
friend.
yeah.
I can be like, yo, dude, don't do this.
Yeah,
Oh,
if they're
please
your
stop.
best friend, you
I
should
don't
be able
wanna-
to tell them,
You know what I mean?
or they'd have a
wouldn't be
good
a-
reason for doing it, and you'd be okay with it.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm taking famous. You two can be the best friend of me. Oh.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Oh, wow. Okay. Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long? So if you're expected to die at 99, you'll live to 98? Yeah. I think that's it.
I'd
But
win the
would
lottery.
the aging process still be the same? Like, would you just keep aging at that point?
I think
Or,
it'd be
like,
stretched.
You'd be
So
s-
whatever whatever you'd be at age 50, like whatever you look like at age 50, you would be at the halfway point of the stretch life.
So like once you're 100, you actually look 50.
Yes.
It's just like cut in half.
Yeah.
Right. So once you're 50, you look 25.
Maybe.
With that logic.
I guess with that logic, yes, but maybe I'm taking that back. I guess you would just age.
I would rather win the lottery because
if you're just aging like that, I don't know.
You'd have more to do with your life, with your short life.
You're right, but if you lived twice as long, you could use part of that life to build up your wealth.
Dude, that's a good point if you know what you're doing.
My only concern, I guess you would be guaranteed to live that long, but at the same time, there's a lot of things, I don't know, I just worry about dementia and just some things just catching up with you. Like, if you're aging normally, then about, I don't know.
That's a good point. If you get to like year 130 or 140, you'll be older longer, just as long as you were young before, because it's like, if that's going to get stretched out once the natural stuff but then again, if you're going to be living that long, what if the new medical technology shows up to fix those things?
I would take the lottery one, because if you live twice as long, number one, you're going to be outliving everyone you grew up with and everyone you've ever known. So they're all going to be gone. You're living the Wolverine life, basically. You never die.
Yeah, that would stink.
So if I won the lottery, then I could enjoy this life now and just live the normal.
And you can build mad wealth if you get a hefty sum of the lottery to put away in investments. Those Roth IRAs, those traditional IRAs.
We learned that at regs class,
stocks.
I don't know.
All those fancy terms.
I wasn't in that class.
You could just invest in Disney now, and just be like, they're gonna keep, they're gonna become an empire eventually. They already kind of are, but
yeah, it's not eventually. It's here and now, Dovy. They're here.
You'd have enough money to buy stocks like that.
Yeah. Okay, well, good. I'm taking the lottery. We won't live twice as long.
No.
All right, last one. Would you rather talk with all animals or speak all foreign languages?
Because, see, I want to say...
I got some good ones today.
Animals.
I think the foreign languages one would be more helpful, though. Because, I don't know.
Well, if you talk to animals, you can tell them to do stuff.
Not necessarily.
No, you don't know that they're pretty simple-minded. Like, you could be like, dog, stop barking. And they'd be like, no, I want attention. I'm not going to stop barking until you give me attention.
But you can tell him he's a good boy, and he'll understand even better. Like, I am a good boy.
I am a good boy. But at the same time, okay, you think about knowing all foreign languages. That would help you so much in, like, your career. And just, you could travel places and fit in right at, like,
it would make you famous. I mean,
you could go anywhere and not have to worry about not being able to understand what's going on. Like, you'd be able to experience a place a lot better.
Yeah, but if you went to a zoo, you can't understand what's going on because all the animals there are talking and you can't talk to them.
I don't think the animals would be that interesting to listen to.
Whoa. Katie.
They would, but not. They're living. They don't have like.
It's true. We learned that the koala.
Yeah.
Today we learned that koalas have the smallest brains.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to hear their thoughts. They'd be like, "Is that a tree?"
What about a dolphin? Actually uses more of its brain power than
dolphins
humans.
there's a select kind of.
But that'd be the only animal. Well, I mean, besides dolphins and like dogs and cats, I think would be interesting just because they.
Cats.
I guess.
Cats would be the most interesting to talk to. Because I feel like if you could start talking to cats, they're going to be like, well, what?
Yeah.
They'd be the most annoying to talk to.
They would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'd finally just be like openly like, yeah, I hate you. You haven't been giving me food, like as much food as I've been wanting the past few days. You're the worst human. Like, there's so many.
That's how I feel already with them, yeah.
But there are nice cats that would be cool to talk to.
I mean, what if they can see the future? What if they're like planning world domination? You know, it's like that's the kind of.
It's like the Cats and Dogs movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
film.
yeah. Oh man, I forgot about that movie.
It's a great film.
That is
I don't know.
Classic.
I just like animals, so I think I would love to do that. And it wouldn't be something where I would. Because once you learn every language, everybody's going to keep bugging you about it. But if you know how to talk to if you learn every language, people are always going to be like, translate this, translate that. But if you know how to talk to animals, you can keep that your own little secret. And every time you go to an owner's house, you can just be like, yo, what up? And
Yo,
the dog
what
will
up?
be like, what? You can hear me talk? And I'll be like, yeah.
It's like that.
Who's a good boy?
There's another Disney movie that, isn't it Underdog, where he can understand what the dog's saying?
I have no idea. Underdog was a while ago.
Yeah, I think that they can understand each other. He's like a superhero dog. He's cute.
I think I might take foreign languages. I think that would be kind of cool to know all that. Other side of the break, we have our relationship time of the day here on the Morning App.
And now back to the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
More importantly than the relationship segment, I needed Katie to tell me what happened at the end of this movie. I just needed to know what was going on.
I took too much time explaining it, and there wasn't time.
I was literally like, tell me the ending, and you're like, okay,
I'm not gonna say it
so
now,
it's about this,
no one
and
needs
it's about
to hear
that.
the spoilers.
And I'm waiting in suspense to figure out how this movie ends until the other side of the break.
No, but I had to build it up to that point, so then you
knew
understand.
all of that.
Well, you could have said that.
No, you were on a roll.
No, that's fine. Well, anyways, so the actual relationship segment. Since we've been talking about comedy and humor, there's one thing I've seen a lot about humor in relationships. You know, obviously there are benefits such as, like, it just keeps the relationship vibrant and people, like, it helps. One thing it said was it helps get past the awkward phase of getting to know each other, that humor can help, like, make it so it's not so awkward to talk to them. Like you can, I don't know, use humor kind of as a way to get past, the whole like, we don't really know each other. This is odd. But anyways, past that, it was also saying that humor could be used to solve conflicts in relationships, that it's a way to kind of lightly joking about things can help you actually talk about them instead of just kind of keeping them buried. It makes it so it's more acceptable thing to talk about instead of just something you're avoiding. But it's like, I know there's a lot of research that's been done about the use of humor in, what's the word? Like humor just in talking about things that are kind of hot button topics.
Sensitive stuff.
Yeah, just like things that people don't want to talk about. That using humor in a way to make it so that people are able to talk about it can help it because, like, I don't know, it makes it, again, easier to talk about, so then you can kind of solve more issues that way. But, like, I was just
break the ice, I guess.
Yeah. And that's, like, just, I mean, obviously there are times when you wouldn't want to use humor in conflicts, but I think that's an interesting thought that you could use it as a way to kind of, like smooth things over, or just maybe even get past a conflict, like a past conflict.
Speaking on that, yesterday me and my girlfriend went hiking, and on one of the hikes there was a sign that said no dumping zone. I'm like, you know what? Next time you're ever angry at me, so it's like so terribly, I'm just gonna come to the no dumping zone. You can't dump me. Boom. Humor.
What? Hold on.
Isn't that smart? That's
you can't dump me if I'm run away.
If I'm in a no dumping zone,
it's like, hey, I'm breaking up with you. Good one. And just keep doing that over and over again.
Just, you need to get one of those signs.
I know.
Just
I'm like,
carry it around in your backpack and be like, oh, I didn't think you realized that this is
a no dumping zone. See, I'm telling you.
My girlfriend found an article, it was like a year ago. She found something where it said, if you're in an argument with somebody you're in a relationship with, get 2 balloons with helium in there and inhale the helium and have the conflict, whatever it is, like have the talk like with the helium, making your voice up at a high pitch.
Does that actually work, the helium?
Oh, yeah.
Does it actually?
Have you ever done that?
No, I've never done it because I don't think it works.
We should do that for the show sometime.
Oh, we should have just a helium exclusive episode.
No,
but yeah,
dude,
they
that'd
say
be so annoying to listen to.
If you can't keep a straight face with your voice pitched up like that with helium, then that means it's not really an argument worth having, I guess is what they said. It's like, if you can't... But at the same time, it
could be something really important.
Yeah, but
it would at least, even if you do like smile, I guess, during it, then it doesn't mean that necessarily. Yeah, then it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not important. It just kind of reveals like, okay, maybe I'm gonna think about this from a different perspective, not so much what like, oh, I'm just so angry about this, but like, why am I angry? Or is this really as important as I'm making it? Just kind of consider it from a different perspective, which I think would be good. Because you obviously don't want to use humor as a way to avoid conflict or just kind of skirt around it. But I think it is an interesting thought about a way to kind of help with conflict.
I think I've definitely used humor after everything's resolved or something like that, to kind of make the field a little, just to kind of relieve the tension. It works only if, obviously, if everything works out and you've decided something that, whatever it is, like it resolves in a good way, like joking about something could be, because sometimes you do look back at, fights you have and they are kind of ridiculous. Sometimes you just, in the heat of the moment,
Yeah.
But in the middle of it, I guess it's hard to say because you don't want to be joking around if somebody's trying to be serious.
Yeah.
know?
Well, yeah. I mean, that definitely is issues that people have where they can't take things seriously. Even I have issues with that sometimes where like we need to have a serious conversation, but I'll interject like a small humor thing in it, and it's like, oh, okay, this is a serious matter. I'm like, I know, but sometimes like I need to interject it just to get it out, or just that I can't. Like
such a Because at the end, you are supposed to be friends with whoever, like, even if it is just a friend, like your best friend or something, you want to I think humor can help you remind yourself that, like, oh, wait, this is my friend, and, like, I should consider things from their perspective, I should consider that, I don't know, just how important is this really? Am I making too big of a deal of it? Am I not making a big enough deal out of it?
Just
Are
pinch
they not
them if
taking
they're
me
not
seriously?
wearing green.
Okay.
That's just what it comes down to.
Oh boy, that solves
All right.
everything.
That honestly, yeah, I guess that's an example.
No, that would just make him even more heated. Don't do that. But no, I think humor, you need to know how to use it too. It's just one of those things people will just randomly throw it out there and they'll use it all the time. But it's a
humor's the best when it's true. That's really the main gist. So if you're saying something that's true and can make you laugh about it, then it kind of reveals sometimes things are a little bit ridiculous to argue about. You never know.
Yeah.
That's deep, Dovy.
Yeah.
Well, we have Shallow here on the Morning App as we run down this morning show here today.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Katie lied.
I didn't lie.
Katie told me that
lie.
Katie said the movie ending would be fine, that it'd all work out.
I did not say that.
And then she dropped the bombshell on me of the ending.
I went
of the
to
movie.
get some water, and then I came back in, and right as I came back in, Josh was just screaming.
I wish we should have taken a picture of his face.
Freaking out. And I was like, no, don't tell me the spoiler anymore. Like, I gotta watch whatever
Yeah.
happens that made him, dang.
She was telling me the end, like the whole ending of the movie.
He asked. Okay.
Shallow, and she.
Wait, was it called Shallow?
No, it's A Star Is
Stars
Born.
Born.
Whatever. Yeah,
Shallow
Stars
is
Born.
the main song.
And she told me it was gonna be okay.
I didn't.
And it definitely wasn't.
You asked a question that wasn't exactly direct, so I answered it in the way that you asked.
Well, we'll hope everything's okay on Wednesday. That was a rough. Whew.
Maybe you should watch it.
Yeah,
you need to.
I don't want to
watch it now.
No, but you need to watch it because it's good.
Okay. We'll be back on Wednesday for more Morning App. Thanks for listening.